Get ready, NBA lovers. Today we have a real whirlwind of news that will shake the basketball world. Let's dive into Nikola Jokic's exciting return and find out how the Serbian big man is leaving his teammates and coach, Michael Malone, awestruck. You won't believe what he's doing on the court. Then a bomb in the basketball world. Kai Jones, after a tumultuous summer, requests a trade from the Hornets. But wait, there's a twist. He broke an NBA rule and it promises to cause quite a stir. And what about high school star Mikey Williams facing serious criminal charges involving firearms? His basketball career is seriously threatened. What will be the consequences of this shocking story? And finally, news that will leave you speechless. The NBA refuses to ease Ja Morant's suspension. Will the young Memphis Grizzlies star be able to redeem himself and regain his position in the world of basketball? Stay tuned, because throughout this video, we'll explore all of these topics in detail, bringing you exclusive information and in-depth analysis. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions and surprises that only the NBA can provide. Don't miss a second of this journey through the world of basketball. Nikola Jokic's return to the NBA excited his Denver Nuggets teammates and coach Michael Malone. After the title, the franchise star spent his vacation in Serbia and only appeared in the United States last week. The break, therefore, was good and the pivot seems to be even better. This is what his coach said in an interview with the Athletic Portal. "I think our biggest concern with Nikola was just him missing home," Malone said. "We all enjoy being at home with our friends and our family, and for him, his horses. Since he's been back, we haven't seen any signs that he's down. He is becoming an even better leader, not just vocally, but with body language," he continued. Malone's concern is justified. After all, Jokic never showed great love for basketball. On the contrary, he has always treated his NBA career like a job. He even recently complained about his vacation, which was short because of the title. No, it was the opposite of that. Jokic responded when asked if he had the best vacation of his life. "We played 2.5 months longer because of the title. But the holidays were good. I had fun." With his return, however, Malone felt the Serbian is comfortable and at home with the Nuggets. He's in a good place, and because of that, the team is in a good place. And it's hard not to be. "We had a great campaign. We won a championship. And we worked hard this week," guaranteed the coach. During training last week, Jokic also surprised his teammates. Winger Christian Braun, who was going into his second year in the league, was even more impressed with how easily the center reads the game. "He had about 9 assists in the first quarter," said Braun, after training last Friday, 6. "He made us look really good." The Serbian's simple life also reflects on his professional side. In an interview last week, he stated that he is driven by 3 mottos: dedication, no shortcuts, no excuses. So, without many extras, he has achieved great things in recent seasons. "So, that's how you want to go. I've been following this routine for the last 5 years," Jokic said. "It's working, so I'm not going to change anything while it's working. I'm just doing what I do." Therefore, Nikola Jokic reaches his 9th season with the Denver Nuggets and still has the ability to impress coach Michael Malone. With the Charlotte Hornets announcing that Kai Jones will be sidelined indefinitely, the player announced on his social media that he requested a change from the team. The center was involved in controversy this offseason for criticizing colleagues and NBA stars. Now, he did not return for the franchise's training phase and made his final move. "I have officially requested a trade from the Charlotte Hornets," wrote Kai Jones. The ad generated yet another controversy for breaking an NBA rule. According to league regulations, any player, or representative thereof, who makes a public request for a trade may be fined and/or suspended. The penalty has a maximum value of up to $150,000 US. Thus, Terrence Ross commented in a publication about the news. The shooting guard questioned whether the player is mentally well. Jones' response, in fact, made him come to a conclusion. "I'm the best in history, see my highlights," replied the 21-year-old center. The first controversy involving Jones happened in early September. Through a live broadcast, he criticized his Hornets teammates. He spoke quickly and sweatily, appearing drunk, something he denied. Thus, he received messages from his followers saying that he would be changed if he continued like that. "If I receive that call, I will say goodbye to you as soon as possible. However, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, commented Jones. A week later, Kai Jones' relationship with the Charlotte Hornets squad for next season already seemed shaken. Several of his teammates stopped following him on social media. In this way, he responded to followers who compared him with other players on the team and, to defend himself, criticized them. A follower claimed that Mikey Williams was better than him. Enraged, Jones was quick to respond. "Man, I dare you to find a single video of Williams making a shot. A pull-up whatever. At college, wherever you want. So, it doesn't have to be in the NBA. You won't find it. I'm better than him in attack." The statement is not that true. After all, Jones converted 21.4% of his pull-ups in 2022-23. Williams then posted a story with a meme of rapper 50 Cent. At the time, he asked, "What is he saying?" Another netizen said that Nick Richards is better than Jones. Likewise, the controversial player replied, "I'm much more assertive with the ball than he will ever be." However, there was no response from the companion. In his third season in the NBA, Jones will earn $3 million in salary. After worrying videos on his social media, Kai Jones' mental health was questioned. However, Greg Brown, a Dallas Mavericks athlete and former teammate of the player, reassured fans. "People don't understand him, but he's always been like that," Brown said. "He was always very confident in himself, always very enthusiastic. So I guess people never really saw him. Maybe he's going through a bad time, just like we all go through in life, but I feel like he's okay. I talked to him, and the only thing he said was that he wanted to recover as quickly as possible for the season." High school star Mikey Williams will be tried on 6 felony gun charges. The current University of Memphis player could face up to 28 years in prison. His future inside and outside of basketball, then, is in question. In April, he was arrested and posted $50,000 bail to get out of jail. The 19-year-old player is accused of numerous firearm crimes, but will only answer for one. The police report says that a disturbance occurred at the athlete's home. 5 people in a car were driving away and someone fired shots, said the city's sheriff. They hit the vehicle full of minors, but none of the passengers. Unwanted individuals tried to enter the house. Then the confusion began, said the athlete's lawyer, during a statement. After that, gunshots occurred. It was alleged that Mr. Williams resembled the description of the shooter. So, we carried out an investigation at the scene and arrested him. He shows commitment to helping the operation and proving his innocence through legal methods. Now Judge Sherry M. Thompson Taylor has scheduled an in-person trial for Williams on October 24th. He faces 6 charges, 5 of which are armed attacks and 1 for shooting at a vehicle with passengers. In other words, they are all from the April case. According to the judge, there are no witnesses who saw Williams shoot the gun, but there are those who saw him with the object and heard him threaten the victims. Therefore, he states that the case needs to remain open. Additionally, the judge received word from an unidentified person who says he saw people making hand gestures at witnesses during a day in court. She understands actions as threats. Mikey Williams became known since the beginning of high school for viral videos of his best moments. In 2021, he became the first player from the United States to sign a sneaker line deal with a global brand, Puma. He is currently at the University of Memphis to play in the NCAA. But the accusations mean he has no access to the basketball team's training and activities. Williams has been taking classes remotely since the incident earlier this year. Furthermore, the university stated that it will decide whether he will be part of the team when the trial is over. In April, the NBA draft room portal projected him as a first-round pick in 2024. Now the projection is possible draft pick. Therefore, his actions off the court, even though they are not yet proven, are already hindering his plans to play in the NBA. The NBA has decided that it will not ease the suspension imposed on Morant. The information was given by NBA executives to the website The Athletic. The star will be absent from the Memphis Grizzlies' first 25 games, after appearing in a second livestream carrying a gun. With the decision, he will not be able to compete for the individual awards for the 23-24 season. According to Joe Dumars, NBA Executive Vice President of Operations, the All-Stars recovery process has been correct. The league, the Players Association, and Ja and his team are in constant communication with this and are all working together on this, Dumars said. From the perspective of the league, the Players Association, Morant, and his staff, everyone is pitching in to make sure this young man has a smooth transition back to the league. Whenever, this is not something you can discuss publicly. Don't even begin to talk about what's going on behind the scenes. But it's happening, he adds. Therefore, Ja Morant's suspension should not change. In other words, it will not be reduced, not increased. In this case, the change would only happen if the shipowner was involved in a new setback. The expectation, therefore, is for him to return to the court on December 19th against the New Orleans Pelicans. The positive behavior, in fact, accredited Morant to participate in Grizzlies training, something that, until then, was not foreseen. The announcement took place last week, October 2nd, the date that marked the franchise's media day. Franchise General Manager Zach Kleiman and Coach Taylor Jenkins approved the general approach at a press conference during the event. The star will be able to participate in the franchise's trips and even in some pre-game warm-ups. However, he must leave the gyms at established times, always well before the clashes. But, at least, the point guard remains with the franchise during the trips and focused on recovery after the suspension. Firstly, he is taking very good steps within what we have established. So he's been great through the process. It will be great to have you with us during the matches. Morant has put himself in a good position in that regard. In other words, it means continuing with patience and working to make this all pass quickly. We can't wait to count on him again, said Kleiman. For DeMars, the decision is also important for the shipowner's recovery. Here's a 24-year-old kid, and he's figuring it out as he goes along, like a young guy in the league, he said. Incredible talent. And at the beginning of his career, a lot of things happened. Personally, I think the worst thing you can do is completely ostracize this kid from everything with your team. Despite responding well to the NBA, Morant lost trust among experts. After all, he dropped 26 positions in ESPN's traditional rankings before the NBA season. The problems outside the four lines overshadowed Ja's brilliant basketball. He missed out on selection for last season's ideal quintets largely because of an 8-game suspension from the league. He also won't be eligible for a Supermax contract. Finally, he even received a hook for the first 25 matches of the campaign, explained reporter Tim McMahon. Morant had been ranked as the 9th best player in the NBA before last season. Now, he only appears in 35th position overall. He became an NBA target in disciplinary terms after several public exposures with firearms on social media. There were 2 punishments from the league, in addition to being removed from the Memphis Grizzlies squad for counseling, in less than 6 months. And thus, we conclude our round of news for today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any NBA news. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter as well, as we provide updates throughout the day over there. Now, at the end, YouTube will be recommending some videos from our channel, so go ahead and watch them all. Until the next video, peace to all.